Hello, what is up guys? Jack here from Ezekiel Gaming HD, and this is episode 7 of the Dream Team series. And yeah, this episode has taken a little while for me to edit. It's taken me about 2 or 3 days just to edit this episode, and the main reason being is because I've basically compressed about 3 or 4, maybe even 5 episodes down into one. There's about 6 or 7 hours worth of gameplay because of the amount of games in this, or matches, whatever you want to call it, in this episode. So that's the main reason. So I really apologise for that. But if you can remember to leave a like, as this episode has taken me the longest to edit and even get the gameplay for the most. So you're asking why is this episode so long? The main reason being is because I have to enter the cup so many times. I've played so many games, and I thought, instead of making 3 or 4 episodes of me entering the cup and losing, I know you guys would be really bored of that. So I've basically just compressed all the goals into one. I've sped it up completely so that even the goals section isn't really that long. But I do, I've kept up with the points. The points are on the bottom right. You'll see that being updated, and you'll also see me buying some new players in this episode. So it's still good. You should still enjoy it just as much as all the other episodes. But this game is a 6-2 win, I believe, without ruining it for you. You can always tell I'm going to win this game if I'm 4 or 5-1 up. That makes it 6 there, 6-1. And this is the qualify stage of the Bronze Challenge Cup. And yeah, so it's the second, I think, whilst I was talking, I qualified, and then I lost in the quarters, and then this is now the quarters of the Bronze Cup Challenge. And as you can see on the screen, it is 1-0. I didn't get through with Reed to put it 1-0. So at this stage, 67th minute, I was feeling pretty not confident, but it was an equal game, and it could have gone to penalties, that kind of thing. But I actually lost that game as well. So that means I had to re-enter the cup again. Could you imagine if I had to do all of that as 2 episodes? You'd be very annoyed with me. So that is why I basically sped up this whole series. But I know that I'm going to get a lot of you saying, or at least a couple of you saying, Jack, you actually suck at this game. You're terrible. But I'm not really that bad. It's just I have to handicap myself by playing with this team. And winning 4 games in a row with this kind of team at this stage in the game is very, very hard. So if you're out there and you're saying to yourself, I'm rubbish, or I want a challenge, I want something new to do, go into the Bronze Challenge Cup with a team of non-rare bronzes, and you'll see just how difficult it is. I mean, fair enough to you. If you win first time, that's very, very good. I'll give you my respect for that. But it's very, very hard for me. I found it very hard anyway. But this is going into the next game. This is the 6-0 win in the semi-final, I believe. So we come up against someone like this in the semi-final. I only wish I come up against this kind of person in a final. But the way that the search criteria is made, you always play against someone that you always play against the finalist in the final, if that makes sense. But I'm not sure if that's true for the quarters and semis, because sometimes I get through to the semis like that and I win 6-0. I don't see how they've won 2 games already, especially against the team, playing against the team that I've just used. So this is actually the final. This is an opportunity for me to win, and as you can see, there was 2-1 down, now 3-1 down. So I was scratching my head. I've been in the final at least once or twice already in this Bronze Cup, and I found it very hard. I lost that one 3-2, so I was only 1 goal out to possibly getting into extra time. And if I scored a goal, oh my god, that would have made this series so much easier. But instead, I didn't, and I had to re-enter the cup again after buying a bronze keeper. So I'll talk to you a little bit about the bronze keeper. I did already have an English one, but he was very small, and this new keeper is a lot bigger. So that means that he's just going to cover the goal a lot more, and he should hopefully save just a couple more goals. And when you think about it, if I had him for the final, I could have won maybe, because there was a goal or 2 in there that I thought maybe if I had a better keeper, it could have been an equal scoreline, and it could have gone to penalties. Sorry about that Twitter TweetDeck thing. But this is where I go through a stage of buying loads of players. I think to myself, I've got a lot of points here. Maybe I need to buy some higher rated players and forget about the pace a little bit. And that's what I did. I basically started with about 12 points, I believe, and I go down all the way to 4 points. So you can do the maths for how many players I bought there. But on the last player there, it said -2 points, and that was because one of the files was corrupt from recording it. So I bought a player. I think he was a centre back or left back. I can't remember exactly, but it doesn't matter too much because it's not really someone I'd recommend to buy anyway. It was just a chemistry filler, and that left me with 4 points to go into the cup again and hopefully win it round this time. But here he does some kind of like flying back 180 no scope kick, and it was 2-2 at this point. It was went into extra time. 93rd minute, I put it away again. Forced to Kasky, making that 4-2. So he is the best player in this bronze team. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, Reed, the striker usually gets the most respect because they're the ones scoring the goals. But the centre mid Forced Kasky is a very good player. I'd recommend him for any team, even if you're allowed rares in the team. But there you go. Rodgers just putting it away to make that 5-3, and then Rodgers again to make it 6-3. So he's actually a good player as well. Him and Reed are just as equally as good, and that takes me on to the last game, which isn't very scoreline based. There's only one goal in it, and that was it. It was in extra time. It was 1-0 loss, and that means I lost in the semi-finals. So that is why I've compressed all of this into one episode. I hope you can see my point of view. I don't really want to drag out 5 episodes or more of me losing in this Bronze Cup, but at the same time, hopefully you enjoyed the way that was done. I did keep up with the points at the bottom right, so that took a long time to sync up and get right. So thank you guys for watching. If you can remember to leave that like button, that would be fantastic. And there will be an episode tomorrow, and then the episode after that we'll go into silvers. So I'm really looking forward to editing that because the games are a lot better. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.
Oh my god!
What is going on?
How did that happen?
What? I've never had that on this game. Why when it's gone on YouTube? Oh.
GG. That was lucky.